9. Okay,
You're going to work on the
My name is Jessica Sharoff. Before joining the MAP program, my prior occupation was a climate scientist at Columbia University.
Alright, so this is a cartoon that I pulled from online. For those of you, I know it's a little hard to see. It says narrated. So it's a girl who's washing her hair. She straightens it like a lot of us do. You want to, get her hair nice and straight. She puts it in a ponytail. She goes to school. It's in a ponytail, and then her hair poofs up. Nice and curly. Has anyone experienced this before?
Here,
and it says, I hate humidity. Correctly, you have? Sometimes I get this a lot too. And you'll see with people with like curly hair get it a lot. And so humidity is the water vapor in the air, and it affects things like your hair, it affects how dry your skin is.
My name is Kaylee Wagner. I'm a second-year teacher here at BECA. I teach 8th grade earth science, and I also teach 8th grade math. The science resonance inside the classroom has impacted my teaching because they always come to me with good ideas. They're like, I think it's better if we teach this topic this way. The kids also view the museum people as like celebrities almost. They're like, oh wow, they know a lot. They work at the museum, they must know a lot. So it's really good for the kids to see people coming in that work in the museum and have all this content knowledge and being able to teach them. Together, like all 3 of them work together here. They come up with the idea and then they come to me and they say, will this work? And I'm like, yeah, this will be great. So it's impacted my teaching a lot and it's really helpful for me.
So everyone say it together.
Sling psychrometer.
One more time.
Sling psychrometer.
Excellent. All right. Sling psychrometer. This is what meteorologists use to measure the relative humidity and the dew point. It's what we're going to use to measure the relative humidity and dew point in this classroom.
I'm Victoria Jones. I'm a mentor in the museum's MAT program. I teach earth science to 9th, 10th, and 11th graders at Roberts College Academy. I was in the first cohort in the master's program. It was an awesome experience. I feel like I came into my first year teaching better prepared than it seemed like a lot of the other science teachers around me were.
All right, so this is my dry bulb and wet bulb. What's going to happen to my dry thermometer when I swing it around? Nairobi, do you think the temperature of the dry one will change?
So the lesson today in my classroom was focusing on humidity and dew point. And so the main objectives were for students to really understand what is humidity, how does that really come into their lives, how do you feel humidity and sense humidity in your everyday lives, but then also what the scientific end of it is. So how do we measure humidity and get an actual number to it, and then how does that compare to what we feel?
Having all the people from the museum in the classroom is huge. The kids are constantly hearing about the museum now. They really like the residents that are constantly like, where are you going to school? How do you go to school at the museum? They take trips there. We've been there I think 2 or 3 times already this year. And the trips go so smoothly because the residents know the museum in and out.
Well, she's very teachable. Like, if we don't know something, she'll explain it better instead of going through the whole thing over again, because there's certain things that...
So focusing on like what populations we're dealing with and like how to get the science content to that population was really, really amazing. And then there was a huge focus on kind of hands-on learning and interacting with objects as a way to learn science, which is not like only the studied way that people learn. But I found it just makes my classroom go so much smoother. The students get so much more engaged.
Having the opportunity to learn stuff on our own, like doing the experiment by ourselves, was kind of cool.
And also, like, it gives us the true meaning of like how to use air pressure and the humidity to know what's the weather outside.